Welcome to Amy Kardashian and the Expert Show, where the experts share their knowledge, wisdom, and powerful insights to help you transform your business and personal life. Sometimes I bring people who have inspirational story to let you see your life in a whole different perspective. I am your host, Amy Kardashian, not Kardashian. Well, in this segment, I have a wonderful guest with me. Her name is April Amy, and she spells it almost like my name. April Amy Anderson.
Adams.
Yes. April Amy Adams. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
And she's gonna be talking about how to use the law of attraction to improve your life and your life and
yourself and
yourself.
Yes.
So before we start with that, I will wanted to acknowledge our sponsors: Sky Vista Consulting.com, EV36Photography.com, SkinFitnessLV.com. And also, I want to encourage you, if you're watching this on social media, to go to akexpertstv.com and watch our two other shows, World of Book Reviews, Stephanie's Movie Reviews, and my show. Of course, you could watch all of the segments we have on the akexpertstv.com, and also you might win a dinner and movie for two. You never know, you might be a winner. So let's come back to my guest. Welcome, April. Welcome.
Thank you.
When I saw your name, I'm like, oh my goodness, she spells her. Is this your last name?
No, that's my
middle
middle
last
name.
Your middle name.
Yes.
Wow, that's a French. Actually, that's exactly what they spell it.
That's what my mother told me.
Yeah, Aimee. But somehow somebody spelled. They put two M's on
They put
mine.
an extra M in yours.
Well, excuse me, I'm special. No.
Yes, you are.
No, it's kind of hard to tell people because it's kind of different spelling mine.
Right.
It's easier to spell it your way.
Right.
So maybe she have some French or something. You know, Amy, what that means, Amy?
A little bit. I think it means friend in French.
Means love.
Oh, that's even
Yeah,
better.
it means love. Absolutely. So I know you have a lot of experience. And would you introduce yourself? How you get to the point? Because I know you have a story behind what you're sharing with us today.
Lots of stories.
Lots of stories. So we have a little bit time to tell me a little bit about your background, where you came from, why you're teaching what you're teaching, and then we'll go through the steps to help them
Okay.
with their life. How's that sound?
Great. That sounds wonderful. Well, I'm a recovering alcoholic, recovering drug addict, recovering bulimic, and recovering processed food addict.
Wow.
I had my first drink when I was 12. It was a beer. It was at a birthday party. I hated it. I dumped it out.
Yeah.
By the time I was 15, I was having a problem with alcohol.
Wow.
I was drinking 15 as much as I could. Got drunk at a party. Woke up in the sheriff's office.
Wow.
I was sick. I asked the sheriff if I could have a cup of coffee. I spilled it all over the desk, all over the papers on the desk.
And because you were nervous?
Because I was drunk.
Okay.
So at 15, that was my experience. By 17, I had a DUI. I was put in juvenile hall here in Las Vegas for about a week. I was surprised that my mom left me there that long, but it was really a punishment that I needed because
She probably thought that's the best thing for you.
Right. I thought she would come and get me any day, but she left me there a week, and that was probably the best thing she could have done. However, I still continued to drink. I got drunk in college. I split my ear open. I got 11 stitches. Really bad situations. I got into worse situations than that when I was drinking. I woke up twice in the hospital in my mid-20s with a blood alcohol level of 0.40, which is a deadly blood alcohol level. I should have been dead.
Wow.
And I had no idea how I'd gotten there. I blacked out, of course. I have no memory. You would think that would make me stop drinking. It didn't. I kept drinking. Finally, I got drunk at work one day, and the vice president of the company, my boss's boss, drove me home. I was put in Monte Vista Hospital here in Las Vegas, and that was the sunshine that I needed. It was like a cold drink of water on a hot summer day, being in Monte Vista Hospital. Everybody else there was there for the 3rd time, the 5th time, the 12th time. They were, trying to be recovering, but they weren't, I guess they weren't ready, but I was definitely ready. I had hit bottom. So I got out of alcohol rehab and I started doing methamphetamines.
Ooh.
And it gave me energy. And my house was clean and I lost a lot of weight. And I broke out in a lot of pimples and I was very paranoid. And, it always catches up with you. And luckily, the person that I was getting it from was a flake and he left my life, or I kicked him out of my life. So that was the end of my meth use, thank goodness. But then I thought I was on the path to recovery. I discovered that food addiction is a problem. For many people don't think it's an addiction, but processed food is very addictive. I was sitting in the parking lot at Walgreens. I bought 3 candy bars. I was going to eat one that day, one that night for dinner, and one in the morning for breakfast.
And that's like your own food.
They didn't make it out. I didn't make it out of the parking lot. I ate all 3. So I went to foodaddictsanonymous.com, realized I was a food addict, and of course that was the bulimic part too. I ate so much food that I made myself sick, and so I would just... it was insane. So I finally discovered I have an addictive personality and I needed to do something about it.
So everything you're getting hold of, you're getting addicted to.
No off switch. No
Nothing,
off switch.
You're just getting addicted to everything.
Exactly. If it's good,
anything comes to your hands, you can get it. Yeah.
Correct.
So tell us, this is very inspiring because this is where you can help people when you go through something.
Exactly.
Then you can understand and you have sympathy for them and guide them. How can I turn my life around? And this day especially, we have a lot of kids are hooked on so many different things, unfortunately, and even adults, they stay all the way. But I couldn't understand how to help them with that.
Right.
You have to go through it in order to really, really be able to help them.
Exactly.
Even if you psychologist, if you don't go through those things, you really don't understand what they're going through.
Right.
By you going through it, it's a blessing to have you really from the other side now and teaching others to see the light.
Yeah, well, and it's hard to explain to people. Think that drug addicts are the scum of the earth. Just stop. You're the one who puts the drug in your system. You're the one who takes the drink. You can't just stop. In fact, I wrote my first book. The cover is an angel drinking a bottle of whiskey and smoking a cigarette, because you can still be an angel and be an addict and do things you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah.
And so I've written a couple books since then about the law of attraction. And that, after I quit drinking, quit doing drugs, quit processed food, I still wasn't sure where to go. I wasn't sure what to do with my life. So then the law of attraction was there, and it kind of taught me that, you know what, I need to leave this behind, but I need something to look forward to.
Yes.
And so the law of attraction really helped me.
Well, I think a lot of people, when we don't have sympathy, when we think, okay, somebody, you're just putting these drugs in your mouth, you're not disciplined enough. This is very good for families or even husbands or wife. And some people are gamblers. They're addicted to gambling. Any addiction, it's addiction, right?
Correct.
Food, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. So addiction is addiction, and not to look at the other person and just judge them.
Right.
Maybe try to have sympathy and understand them. I came to that point because I just couldn't understand why somebody could do something like this, but not everybody have the will like I do. So I turned around and started to have some sympathy and understanding, and that's why I like to bring people like yourself to let me understand and let other people to help those people who's really need our help. So what suggestion would you give us? What steps would you share with us?
Well, the first thing that people need to do is set goals. And you need to set goals of who you want to be. Visualize your best self. How does she speak? How does she dress? How does she present herself to other people? And then visualize your dream life. What's your career like? What's your family like? What's your social life like?
What you want to be, where you want to be.
Exactly.
Yes,
you can't get from here to there unless you have a good idea of where there is.
Like you're traveling, you want direction.
Correct.
And then you put your map and you say, okay, I want to get from here to California. Now I know I'm going, what steps I need to take to go there.
Correct.
So what's the second step you have?
Then the law of attraction, the short version is like attracts like, the way I interpret
Like
that.
attracts like. That's
Yeah.
very, very true.
I interpret that as your thoughts, words, actions, and emotions. Those four things all vibrate at a certain frequency.
Okay.
The universe picks up on that frequency and brings forth a reality that matches. So,
And you know, university, I don't mean to cut you, but
Oh, that's okay.
means your surrounding, they pick up and then they get
Correct.
magnet to you,
that's
right?
correct.
Okay.
And you know what you need to do is align your thoughts, words, actions, and emotions to the goals that you set for yourself and your life. Every second is an opportunity to create your best self and your dream life, whether it's how you're sitting, how you're speaking. So that's the law of attraction. And then you need to use your thoughts. Always think the most positive part of any situation. Some people wallow in negativity. They complain. Complaining is one of the worst things you can do because it does nobody any good, including the people
You stay
around
in the same
Cycle.
cycle.
Negative cycle.
Yeah, you stay in there.
Right. Always focus on the most positive aspect of any situation. I mean, immerse yourself in positive messages. Go to the library. Check out inspiring books. Watch funny movies. Get in a positive mindset. That's an important
So
aspect.
basically, you're saying if you don't have the discipline to do stopping something, but you do have this discipline to make a decision to go to the library and get something to help you.
Yeah,
right?
get out of the negative cycle.
Get
into a
out of the
positive
negative
mindset.
cycle. Okay.
Right.
So
and
that's
then,
two things. Do we have anything else?
one really great tool is to create a vision board. I know everybody's heard of vision boards.
That's a nice one.
Not just things that you want to have, a
Let's see.
BMW, a pair of Louboutins, things you want to be. And then every day, visualize you having those things or doing those things. If you want to be a teacher, don't just visualize yourself looking at yourself teaching a class. Visualize what it's like to be like. Visualize the students looking up at you as you fill their heads with information. Use all your senses. What does it sound when you write? Sound like when you write on the chalkboard? What's the sun coming in the window? How does that feel on your face? The birds singing outside the classroom.
Nice.
Visualize it. Make it into a 5 or 10 minute meditation. Become the teacher. I don't know. That's from a movie. I don't know what movie that's. Become the teacher, and that raises your vibration and enables the universe to bring forth that reality closer to you.
Do you think sometimes people, they don't have hope when they're so down?
Yes.
They don't even have hope to see the light that, I could be a teacher, or I could be a doctor, or I could be this, I could be that. So they kind of lose that hope. In my opinion, what steps you gave that will bring your hope, and nobody could give you hope but yourself. Hope
Right.
comes from your own thoughts, from your own self. So when you get up and go to a library, like you were saying, and get with people like, people who helps you, that gives you hope, and you start to feel that hope. You want to be somewhere nice. This
right.
is very nice information. Would you give us your website, how they can get hold of you?
You bet. The website is AAAworkshops.com. That's AAA, my initials, workshops.com. And my email address is AAAworkshops@gmail. AAAworkshops@gmail.
And you do workshops, and you help you coach too, and you have a book, right?
Yes, I do
Correct?
workshops. I'm going to homeless shelters. I'm going to go to women's shelters. I'm going to
Nice.
go to youth centers and just give people who are down and out.
Nice, very nice. So very nice to have you. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing with us your wisdom and the experience that you went through. I really appreciate people when they come out and tell their story. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure.
Nice having you.
Thank you for having me.
And we will be right back with Women Federation for World Peace. We are going to share with you the experience of the peace, the Bridge of Peace. We'll be right back with you soon.